Popular YouTube, another day, another demo. Today, we are going to watch Krimbo for the first time on the channel. I think I haven't done one, have I? Did I do one? Sorry if I did. This guy is touted as the best player that was not on Big Clan inside of Germany. That's what Tabson said. He said him and Favin are the two best players. They got him. They needed to get on the team. This was the final piece of the puzzle. This attracted Gabi to come back and call. And now they won Rubet Cup, the first event that they've all won together. And the first event that Krimbo's won, the first event that Favin's won, the first event that Big Clan has won in 2 years. And ironically, it is still an online event, even though we've gone kind of completely back to LANs. Big have managed to scoop one up right before Cologne starts. So it sets them up nicely to see if the German team can win on a big stage after playing versus the best teams. They played versus very good teams at this event, but online. Krimbo in this game had an unbelievable game overall. We're going to watch the T side of Dust 2 and see how he fared basically versus Entropiq with an 18 kill half. He had a lot of great moments where I do a couple of mini-map segments in this one, talking about long control as I normally do, talking about mid, talking about punishes for T side, and Krimbo has a lot of good flash dodges in this, a lot of good crosshair placement frags. I just want to say, very responsible play, very careful play, and that's something I would like to highlight too. So, all right, let's waste no time. Let's hop in the demo. Let's go on the Krimbo journey and see what's good. Okay, the first tournament that they've won as a 5 with Favin, with Krimbo, all the boys. Ooh, look at the CTs running up mid. This is the Rubet Cup, and it's a tournament, the first tournament that Big Clan have won since 2020, where they won some other online event. So I think it's going to feel good, especially for the young guys, man. Krimbo, Favin, they haven't seen much success in their careers, right? And to be fair, just as a whole, Big Clan have not seen much overall, and certainly not recently. Funnily enough, of course, we come back into the offline era, and it's still an online win, but it sets them up kind of nicely coming into Cologne, right? Cologne is the big store. So, hey, let's take a look at Krimbo. A few good shots already. This guy's kind of hired to play the clutch, I think, first and foremost. Definitely best clutch statistics on the team. Has proved it already a number of times. And does know very much, wow, did that jumping from Fast Cat. Does know very much what to do in clutch situations. So when you lose long control, they had 5 dudes all trying to take long control and going out. Those guys saw that there was one guy here flashing, okay, 2 on the corner, 1 with Crad, potentially 1 guy crossing pit and 1 guy staying here. When the T's come out, they smoke this, and they get across to blue bin. They fight the long cross if they're not blind, or they let them get into pit, and then they fight them after that. So here the CT's won. But what do we know? For the T side, even though they lose that, there was 3A. And on Dust 2, the most important fundamental concept to remember is that when there are 3A, there can only be 2B. Okay? So, but the thing is, it not just that, but that these doors are always open. So you can always look through them. Or, let's say you don't take it with 5, then you could sneak out, or you could fake long and go out if you think that there's going to be 3 here. But there might be a huge weakness here, and also a very specific rotation here. As we can see, a mirror is coming down in through CT spawn. And let's say you lose long, like you just did. This guy can get mirror walking up this corner, and boom, take this fight right here. And then you can go back to doing whatever you want. Maybe it helps you even out material from the guy you lost on long. Maybe it's you want to do a B split and you don't have to worry about someone in CT spawn. Now you can do that. There's a few different situations that going out mid can be useful, but with the amount of time that Big took to get here, doesn't necessarily mean they'll go out. But actually, as we can see, they're going to try it. So, and there is actually the kill. All right, so that actually worked out really beautifully. I think in this situation, there was a certain amount of time left over where obviously you would expect them to adjust or rotate. But in this situation, they felt like they had to do something, and that is the first and most obvious potential weakness. And what did we find? They caught that rotator they were looking for in mirror to come back to try to pick up mid. So it actually wins them the round too. And it's 3-0. And of course, Krimbo is just here collecting kills the whole way through. This crosshair he's using, it's not a dot. It is a dot, but it's not dot 1. Dot 1 is like a real ugly square. This is a... I'm pretty sure this isn't a dot. I think it's like a... What I use is a regular crosshair, like size 1 or 2 or something, or size 1, -7 gap. And then that creates an actual circle dot if you want to use that. Tabson's opping up front. Look at the smoke fiesta here. Oh, Mir. Oh, just as they had lost long. Oh my god. Okay, Krimbo just starts shooting because he thinks, well, of course Mir is going to peek. So, I don't think there's just not enough time to win this, is there? We can run to the site. Has the right idea, but Long will take him out. 2 fights to be able to win there. Look at Bigger being so adamant about trying to take Long control. There's no one home. They're just slamming the symbols together going, let's take Long control. We got Long spawns, let's go Long. And sometimes that is okay. Sometimes that is actually... You don't really want to think about more than that. Sometimes it doesn't always make the most sense. Krimbo was very close to being able to swing that smoke. And they actually knew that the op was on Long. So might not have been a bad idea to try and test that. Especially in the 5v4. Ooh, okay. Well, they have cracked it open, actually, completely now. So, talking about an 18 kill first half here for Krimbo on Dust 2. Overall, I think he had 34 kills in the game, and that's why we're watching this match. So the question is, of course, how did he do that? And, well, they'll set Krimbo up to get a kill. I imagine he does get one here. Of course, he's floating over top of this railing, as you should do if you have a player on cat. You can see beside him, Krimbo's got someone on cat. When you're post-planting, you don't let them walk up to the site. Just because it's scary for them to walk up also means that you have to try to test them a little bit, right? Because the whole advantage for you is that they have to look at the site, and they have to look behind them on cat, and they have to look at the ramp, and they have to look at Long. So you should peek them from the place that Krimbo was at. So as soon as time is low, you go back to cat, you tuck, you don't worry about it, but it's okay to be out there. Oh, this is an interesting, because now there's no cat re-aggression and comes after this Molotov. They take over Long, and this will just turn into a 5-up Long run, because you don't need to risk it going 4v4. The CTs would be insanely active with the amount of knowledge they have right now, so you really don't gain that much from splitting up. Krimbo could have slowed it down a ton and gone for some kind of flank, or lurk, or... Ooh. The double flash wait. Wow. See that full, 2-second turn from Krimbo. And they still have a car player to worry about. So you can molly him out without being spotted, as they'll do. They're just waiting for that smoke to run out, and they eventually take him down. So look, 45 seconds, and you have to respect car. Always respect car. If you think that somebody's there, if they're going to waste most of your time trying to cross Long, do it killing the car player safely. 100%. And with the time left on the clock, look how close we are to the corner. Wow, great coverage. Krimbo's been doing a good job of... dodging flashes is the big one. But he's obviously hitting some really nasty shots today as well. Oh, man, it's really not stopping. That was nuts. Wow, that was... The aim is there. No way he's on cat. No chance. A lot of respect given. He's definitely not going for this. But respect for actually, playing to win every second of the round. Making sure... If someone throws, it's not going to be me. That's what Krimbo said. Sometimes people are going to throw. When it happens, it won't be my fault. Ooh, okay. Mir wins one. What a tricky guy. I think he heard Krimbo running across through spawn. So this is the ROPS roll. This is the lurky roll, right? Of course. We haven't seen him be needed to do this that often. Ooh, they'll phase the right and left side of the smoke. Let's see how they clear things out. Forrester comes through with the big repeak. Interesting. Okay. Krimbo's tossing a shallow smoke into the door. It's still good. Still lands right inside of it, and Searson's set up in a pretty decent position. This should have been impossible to win. So you can see the only problem with that smoke right there is just how poofy it is, but it does land in the door. But you can see Krimbo is very kind of careful about the silly things, like, oh, am I going to get timinged, right? Is there a chance now that I peeked this door that if I throw this smoke and I peek the second time, I'm gonna die? I do like to see that, you know, being real. Oh. Talk to him, Krimbo. Let him know. Let Elian know who the new kid is on the block. But yeah, he's a B defaulter, but unlike in a Rob's demo or someone else's, they're not holding the upper tunnels push almost ever. So I think maybe this is a game plan thing. They're not scared of it. Okay, I mean, he's gonna come back and watch it now. But yeah, they haven't really been scared of it, which is interesting. So that lurk smoke, we know stylistically some teams throw that out every round. This smoke at the end of the tunnel is the lurk smoke, and you use it to get into this corner over here. Or just if CTs are playing here, it's hard for them to see. They can't see the corner of this. And also the lurk smoke allows you to jump up on this double box right here and have a one-way. So very important smoke for that reason. And remember, like I said in this dust to like over here with the door smoke over here, puffy is not good for the guy who is holding. Let's say the map doesn't really exist right now. You're just talking about these doors and somebody playing in this area trying to hold down this choke point. There's a CT here watching and the smoke is out here. If somebody can pop out the back of the smoke without you being able to see it, then what is the benefit when the smoke could have been like this and you could be standing in this spot and you can see the whole front of it, right? So that's why you got to be careful about your puffy smokes, and that's why this lurk smoke is just a smoke that lands at the end of the tunnel. It actually stops all the vision for the back of the site, right? So it's close to what the CTs want to throw, but as we can see right here, the CTs counter with the smoke that goes in the back of tunnels, and that's because if you keep the smoke in the back of the tunnels, number one, as long as you're watching it from here or from here, and you can see the front of the smoke, then they can't pop flash through it and be in the site within a couple milliseconds. Also, if you throw the smoke and there's a counter and there was a lurk smoke, they both last the same amount of time. Yours will last 1 second extra. And so if the T's are trying to use that to distract you or draw out some utility, you can just, use that and you're done. So you can counter smokes with smokes. That's the only thing you can counter smokes with. You can't put them out. And look, yeah, Forrester gets in front of the smoke as well. I mean, it's totally valid, right? They watch it properly. They didn't have to be in there, but they watched it 100% properly. Oh, by the way, I got nominated for Esports Content Creator of the Year on the Esports Awards. I've been nominated for the Commentator of the Year 2 times. I haven't won. I'm collecting these finalist coins. So if you'd like to vote for me, it's 100% decided by public vote. So I would need your help if you want to vote for me. I'll leave a link in the description. Thanks for your vote if you do find it within you to vote for me. Yeah, that's pretty cool that they have a section just for esports content, because obviously that's the only kind of content that I FW. You know what I'm saying? That I F with. That's what I do. Okay. Well, he gets a kill with 1 health left over. But 78 armor as well. Oh, he actually gets the kill. Oh, he gets the kill. He gets another kill. Oh. You can't win this surely, right? Because then he would ace. It'd be a 1v4. I mean, it's not going to happen. But he did kill both B players. Well, actually, he killed the rotator. Oh, he knows the smoke is coming from the left. Oh, there was 2 players there, right there. It was possible for a second. And finally, a successful long hit without losing 2 players on the attack. That molly you just threw, of course, is just for Car. This is Big What? Big are probably the best team in the world at doing. Okay, see the smoke again? It's the same deal, right? So they smoked one in the corner, and then the CTs throw like corner smoke like this, just to make their smoke a little worse, right? Both smokes still exist, but now the smoke's a little worse. Now it's a one-way. Now they can spam through it. You're hugging the wall, trying to walk up, mind your own business. Boom, you're getting shot. But they actually win. They actually win the smoke spam duel. They put it together. And they close the round out. Well, I want to do the other half, but I also want to do a lot of demos today. So I actually won't. That was Krimbo. He had a great game. There was obviously a lot of beautiful shots being hit right there. A lot of good pre-aims, a lot of good patience in certain things. A lot of good flash dodges in the beginning. Many great things to say about Mr. Krimbo. So that was a great game in a great tournament for a great clan who are set up now to win a great big LAN after winning this online event in Cologne. Let's see if they can do it. Are you rooting for Big? Let me know in the comments below if you are. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.